ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tower of London. This great fortress was built in the 11th century by the Norman invaders to establish their superiority over a vanquished Saxon nation. It stands as a Norman fist on Saxon soil. And over the centuries, the defences have been enhanced and increased, an additional outer wall with more towers, and then later, beyond that, a second outer wall, and finally a moat, such that this fortress is now impregnable. And do you know, when I first reported for duty, I asked my Sergeant-at-Arms, will the Tower of London ever fall? And do you know what he said to me? Do you know what he said? He said, never! So let me ask all of you, will the Tower of London ever fall?
Never!
Never!
This tower will fall! It is nothing but a weak rock told of a weak king! Not even as good as my castles in Wales! I'll break open the gates and kill anyone inside!
Yes, well, from time to time, there will be a rebellious nobleman challenging the king's authority. That's why the king needs a fortress like this. But don't worry, as long as you are within these walls, you are all perfectly safe. Yes, well, whether the threat comes from this revolting peasant or this rebellious lord, as long as you are within these walls, you are all perfectly safe.
Despair at your pitiful existence! I, Sir Thomas Neville, the bastard of Falconburg, have amassed an army of tempting warriors, pirates and cutthroats, and I have enough cannons on the south bank to blow you all down!
The garrison of the Tower of London stands firm and resolute, my lord. We're not intimidated by the likes of you, lord, or you, peasant, or you, rebel.
Die!
Go and muster your forces. Do your worst.
Very well, I'll see you at the siege lines!
Well, that's seen them off, hasn't it? Actually, I haven't been completely honest with you. The Tower of London has been attacked several times over the centuries. More often than not, it's been the English attacking the English. And as we shall see, on at least one of these occasions, we're going to experience 3 attacks. On one of these occasions, the attack was successful. So your job today, as the garrison of the Tower of London, is not only to be brave and fight, but you must also be wise and decide which attack was successful. So at the end of every attack, I will put it to you. Whether you think the tower will stand, you will cry stand, and the enemy will put it to you. If you think the tower will fall, you cry fall. So let's just have a little practice, shall we? If you think the tower will stand, cry stand!
Stand!
Very good, very enthusiastic. And then they will ask, if you think the tower will fall, cry fall!
Fall!
Very good, very subdued, muted. That's what we like to see. Now, if we're going to go into battle, we must have a standard to rally around. And what better standard than the Cross of St George of England, of old Harry. Now I need a stout bannerman to carry this for me that we can all rally around. You, sir, what's your name? Yes, sir, you look brave enough. Martin. We're going to rally, if you take that, Martin, we're all going to rally around Martin the Handsome. Take a moment to admire him, ladies and gentlemen. Rally round the flag and follow the beat of the drum, because the first attack is now underway. It's coming from that direction. We must go forth and defend the tower. Come, Martin, let's lead them into battle. So please be careful. If anyone cannot manage steps or is encumbered by a buggy or something like that, alternatively you can go through this archway here, take a right and meet us down at the next archway for the battle. Otherwise, follow on. Good to see such a good, strong garrison here. Try and leave a little bit of a gap down this side so that those who do not have the courage to defend the Tower of London can slink past with their heads hung low in shame. The year is 1471, and England has been torn apart by a savage civil war, as two great houses, the House of Lancaster, represented by the Red Rose, and the House of York, represented by the White Rose, engaged in a brutal Game of Thrones that has become known as the Wars of the Roses. Now this fortress has changed hands several times, but it is currently the White Rose of York that is in the ascendant, and our king is the King's Grace Edward IV. Unfortunately, he's not here at the moment. He has gone north to do battle with the Lancastrians, leaving us to defend the tower and to defend London. Now, a great enemy fleet has arrived. They are moored on the south bank of the Thames. They have captured Southwark. They are the worst of pirates and mercenaries. They are unloading cannon, which they are pointing our way. We must defend the tower. So let me ask you, are you ready to defend the tower?
Yeah!
Are you ready to fight for your king?
Yeah!
Are you ready to die for your king?
Yeah!
Well, 2 out of 3 is good enough. Let's go. Here in the breach, we are facing the enemy, but I know when I look out in front of me and see your faces that we will achieve great glory this day. Not all of us will survive, but our names will live on for...
Shut up! People of London, people of the Tower Garrison, I, Sir Thomas Neville, the bastard of Valkenburg, am not here out of aggression. No, I'm here to parley with you, reason with you. My quarrel isn't with you, it's with that false King Edward, who has destroyed his alliance with the Neville family by marrying that commoner, Elizabeth Woodville, instead of a beautiful French princess as we originally planned.
Well, that commoner, Elizabeth Woodville as you describe her, is our queen. And we are sworn to defend her to the death! To the death!
Yes, well, you and I both know, and all of these people know, she's not the true queen, and Edward is not the true king. The only God-anointed king of England is the great King Henry VI, who is locked up there in the Wakefield Tower. Don't worry, Henry, I'm coming for you!
Well, you've changed your tune. Well, that's not what you Neville said when you put Edward on the throne.
Oh, yeah.
And anyway, why would you want Henry back? He's lost his wits.
Better a witless man who can be moulded and influenced than a spoilt brat who throws away England's chance of a European alliance.
Well, we don't need much help throwing away any chance for a European alliance.
Look, I demand that you people let myself and my men march through this city unopposed, or I warn you, we will lay waste to every man, woman, child, and buildings in front of us. We will take all of the gates of London, Aldgate, Bishopsgate, all of the gates. My fleet of ships will sail up the Thames. My men will stream across the bridges. And what's more, on the other side of this river, on the south bank, I have enough cannon and gunpowder to blast you into submission. And then you will rue the day that you crossed Sir Thomas Neville, the bastard of Valkenburg.
Well, let's see what the garrison have to say about that, shall we? If you think the tower will stand, cry, stand!
Stand! And if you think correctly, that tower will fall, cry, fall! Thank you. We all need some help. One good man is better than 100 rubbish ones.
Well done, Garrison. For the most part, you have acquitted yourself well this day. But there's no time for self-congratulation, for a second attack is underway from that direction. I can see smoke rising from St Mary's Church at Clerkenwell. Mobs are running riot in the street. We must go forth and defend the tower. Rally round Martin the Handsome. The year is 1381, and England has been ravaged by the Black Death. Our young king, Richard II, now finds himself ruling over a nation that is much reduced in number, but whose people are starting to realise their value, and they're very angry at the way they're being treated. There's some of them coming in now. Garrison, quickly, move to some kick. Can you take the flag back, Martin? We need to start. I need you to fight. The garrison of the Tower of London stands firm and resolute. You will not get through.
Well, that looks like me at the moment. I could have ran straight up there. My goodness, Garrison, come on, we've been through this already. Are you happy with your taxes? Yes. No. Are you happy with your taxes? No.
Whoa, order in the ranks.
No, you're not happy with your taxes. And I'll tell you why. Because they're not fair anymore. It used to be the case that we just paid a portion of what we earned to the crown. But now they've brought in this new tax, this poll tax, which says that every man and woman over the age of 15 has to pay 12 pence to the crown. I'm sorry, but should we, hard-working people, be paying the same as lords and ladies who sit around in castles? Is that fair?
No.
When we tell them we can't afford it, they come round our houses, they beat us and they bully us into submission. We've had enough. We've gathered from London, Kent, Essex. We surround this tower and we will make it fall!
Whoa. Wait a minute, let me remind all of you, but especially you, that it is treason to rebel against your king.
I didn't even mention the king. I love our boy king. He's only 14 years old. I mean, he wouldn't be old enough to pay tax himself, would he? No. It's his advisors, the Chancellor Sudbury, the Treasurer Hales, who at this moment cower in fear in that White Tower. We're here to put those men's heads on spikes, if necessary. We want freedom from oppression and suffering, and we want pardon for all the burning and thieving that we've done so far.
Well, that's all very well, but it may not have escaped your notice that this is a fortress of war.
Yes.
These walls were built to withstand great armies, mighty siege engines. You're just a ragtag mob armed with farming tools. What chance do you think you've got of getting in here?
Look, why are you still talking to me like we're on different sides? Look, we carry the same banner. You all have to pay these taxes too. So let me ask you, aren't you tired of working hard so that the rich can have an easy life? Yeah. Don't you want the suffering to end? Yeah. Join us. I'm talking to the majority here. I'm ignoring this small group. Join us. Or if you won't, just open the gates, let us in. We'll kill the Chancellor. Just turn the other way. Are you with me?
Whoa. I don't know if I want to ask this, gauging the mood of the crowd, but if you think the tower will stand, cry, stand!
Stand!
Quite a young vote there. That's the non-taxpayers. If you think the tower will fall, then after me, cry fall! Fall! Thank you, sir.
Oh, I can see there are going to be some recriminations here. We're going to have words about this later. But there's no time for that now, for a third attack is underway. We must get within the inner wall, quickly. The year is 1267. The outer wall of the tower has not yet been built. The moat has not yet been dug. This is the outer wall of the tower. And I'm sorry to have put you all in so much danger, for we are about to face a truly terrifying test of the tower's defences.
I am Gilbert de Clare, the Red Earl of Gloucester and garrison of the Tower of London. You are now surrounded by my army. We have already taken over all of London. You will be getting no resupply from them. And we have now surrounded you with siege engines, great catapults, springals and mangonels, ready to hurl great lumps of stone in here and crush King Henry III's painted white tower into a ruin. I grow tired of talking. Begin the bombardment!
Everybody, take cover! Everybody, up against the wall! Martin, can you stand here? Everybody, stay this side of the banner! This side of the banner! This side of the banner, moving close to the wall! This side of the banner, moving close! This side of the banner, don't stay that side of the banner! Moving close, this side of the banner! Moving close to the wall! Take cover, everyone! Now, everyone, stay where you are!
3, 2, 1, loose!
Oh, dangerous.
3, 2, 1, loose!
Oi.
All right, they've had enough for now. Let us surrender.
You can come out now, the bombardment has ceased. It is Gilbert de Clare, the Red Earl. He's puffed up with the sin of pride to think he can attack his king, Henry III. Can you leave those rocks, please? Can you leave those rocks? Come this way.
King Henry III is no king of mine, fellow. He is a useless, quivering, puny king. He is as bad as his father, the bad King John. But at least he can even lead an army. Our king does nothing. He does not abide by the tenets of Magna Carta, which means he does not abide by the laws of the land that should govern all of us. I helped keep him on the throne for years. I fought alongside him in the Barons' Wars, and what has been my reward? Nothing. No land, no money, no titles, absolutely nothing. Everything goes to his wife and her friends at court. But I've had enough. I say down with this king.
My lord, you may be degraded enough to attack your king, but perhaps this will give you pause for thought, for the papal legate, that is the Pope's representative in England, is within these walls. If you attack the tower, you will be attacking the church, and you, my lord, will be excommunicated.
It's terrible. I will be cast out of the church. What will I do? Perhaps you don't know this, but I've been excommunicated before. And it doesn't hurt. This is the problem with your king. He puts too much faith in his faith. How many of his bishops and priests would he have to line in front of his gates to stop just one of my battering rams?
Well, let's see what the garrison have to say about that. If you think the tower will stand, great, stand!
Or if you think the tower will fall, which I don't care what you think. I'm just gonna kill you all. Men! Get to your units!
Garrison, retreat to the White Tower! Hurry around the banner! Retreat to the White Tower! Enemy's right behind us.
I was sitting right there. I've been talking to people. Doesn't seem very angry. No, he doesn't. Sitting there, and then he just went inside the castle. Where are
You pathetic dog!
we?
My men are streaming across the bridges. The gates on London Bridge have fallen, and good Londoners such as yourselves are dying at Aldgate. Surrender whilst you still can.
The garrison of the Tower of London will never surrender.
Then you will die, starting with you.
We have one thing to say to you, my lord. Garrison, retreat! Back the other way! My lord, the king offers you terms for peace.
Well, I will consider them long and hard. I spit on the king's terms!
He spits on the king's terms! Everyone, retreat! This way, quickly!
All right,
Okay,
line 'em
that's
up.
Get in there,
Go,
son.
go,
Just
go.
about enough of this, right? You, and you on the lawn now. Let's sort this out once and for all.
Tell me to get on the lawn of an earl.
Let them through.
Fine, I'll get on the lawn. I want to.
Stand it in the way. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the garrison, it is time for you to make your decision.
There is nothing to discuss. I've got cannon. I've got a fleet of ships. I'm ready to blow you all into submission. Cannon, stone, boom, boom.
Right. Still sound like a noble, talking about himself and his family. Look, me and my force of commoners are going to change the way this country is run forever. And that's no more nobles, no more bishops, and no more tax. No more tax. Come on, no more tax. No more tax.
You're all going to
No
die!
more tax.
You're all going to die! And we can all chant things, but I'm the only one who turned up with a proper army, properly dressed for battle, and I brought siege engines that can throw boulders in here. Either you're all going to starve to death, or I'll just kill you all. Either way, the Red Earl wins!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for you to cast your vote.
If you believe correctly that this tower will be destroyed at the hands of Sir Thomas Neville, the bastard of Falconberg, can I get a cheer now?
No. Yeah!
Thank you! Thank you!
If you believe in the power of the common people, then raise your hands and cheer for me! Be quiet!
Or if you know it takes a soldier to win a war, and you know I'm just going to kill you all anyway, raise your arms and cheer for me!
No! It's impossible! I cannot fail!
And yet, my lord, you do fail. What? Yes, Edward IV defeats the Lancastrian forces at Barnet and at Tewkesbury and turns his army south to relieve us here in London. However, King Edward IV is a merciful man and he will offer you a pardon in return for your fleet of ships.
Excellent.
The King's Grace also requires that you leave London and travel north to Midland Castle,
Lovely area.
where you will serve underneath the King's brother Richard, Duke of Gloucester, who is not quite such a forgiving man, and for reasons that are never entirely made clear, you will be executed.
Executed? Execute? But how do the Yorkists keep control of England? What about Henry? Henry VI? Henry! Don't let them do this to me!
Yes, well, I have some more bad news for you there, I'm afraid. Henry VI is dead.
What?
He died of melancholy. Yes, it's a sharp stabbing pain between the shoulder blades. But that means that our King, Edward IV, with the aid of his loyal and dutiful brother Richard, will consolidate his rule over England, and in no doubt his reign will be continued by his sons, the young princes in the Tower.
Well, anyway, we gathered from London, from Kent,
sweepings of the gutters from. Because I'm the only one who's going to win this, so I'm going to just start carving through them one by one. I can't fail at something you.
And yet, my lord, you do fail.
What? What?
King Henry III returns from Gascony with a great fleet of ships that lie in both banks of the Thames. He disembarks his Gascon knights, and you are hopelessly outflanked. You should never have rebelled against your king.
Oh, but he's such a useless king! How can you back a man like Henry III? He's done nothing for this country. Ah! Except he has got a good son and heir, the Prince Edward. Maybe when he comes to the throne, we can join forces, lead the barons together, go and conquer Wales, drag their princes back in chains and humiliate them!
Yes, as king, Edward Longshanks will indeed conquer Wales. He will then turn north, where he'll become known as the Hammer of the Scots. However, my lord, you will not be in his company.
What?
The church cannot forgive your attack on the papal legate, and so, for all your warmongering, bloodshed and violence, you must pay a heavy penance.
What do they want now?
It is not a question of money, my lord. The church requires that you take up the cross and go on crusade.
Right, so for all my warmongering, bloodshed and violence, the church wants me to go and do warmongering. Do they even think these things through?
That's what I told you to tell you, my lord.
Look, you failed. The great armies failed. And the great fleets failed. So who could possibly have been successful in conquering the tower? The common people of England, that's who! Yes! We got in! Goodness knows how! We captured the Chancellor and the Treasurer and we dragged them out to Tower Hill, where they were executed. The first beheadings of their kind here at the Tower. So, if you supported the Commons, give yourselves a cheer!
Yes, the one time the defences of the Tower of London were overwhelmed, it was by the Commons of England during the Peasants' Revolt of 1381. No one knows quite how they managed it. It is strongly suspected that there was some sympathy for their cause amongst the Tower garrison. And I'm looking at all of you now, some more than others. But it just goes to show that it is not enough to have a mighty fortress and high walls if you do not have a garrison that is loyal and true. You have been a wonderfully loyal and true garrison this afternoon, so please give yourselves a big round of applause. And a special round of applause for our standard bearer, Martine the Handsome. Take another moment to admire her, ladies and gentlemen. The King now grants you the freedom of the Tower of London, so you can explore any of the sites we've referenced. The Wakefield Tower, where a king was died of melancholy, is just over there. And the White Tower, with its impressive array of arms and armour, is just to my left. Or, if like me, you just in need of some refreshment and putting your feet up, the new armouries is open behind you. But whatever you do, please enjoy the rest of your day at the Tower of London.
Well done.
Marianne.
Thank you, Martine.